And Shalom, his brother Yashim Zakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. I want to say something right quick. People have been asking how to contact me. Contact me at Yashamar 727 at Gmail. It's Yashamar 727 at Gmail. I put it in the link for the podcast. Also at uponmywatch.com. I believe you can sign up there, and IsraeliteTimes.com. I believe you can sign up there too, but if not, I'm gonna set that up. But anyways, I was listening to this old audio clip that I had from months back, and this woman was going into these 15-minute cities. Okay, this digital control grid that is being set up, and I mean, she basically laid it out, and I don't know if I played this audio recording before. I'm not sure if I played it here on this podcast, but she was really going into what it is, and she's basically saying the same thing that we're saying. She goes into how the pandemic was nothing but a test run. It was a way to collect data. And basically what she's saying is the next thing is the 15-minute cities. Okay? Which that's a means to keep people boxed in, keep them in these little 15-minute cities, and it's going to start off from what the insiders are saying. It's going to start off as a way of convenience, or it's going to look like it's convenient for the people. But then as time go on, you're going to have permission to leave those cities, to leave your little 15-minute area. Okay? So this is how the devil always operates. He comes with this he comes with convenience, peace and safety. He always offer you convenience, peace, and safety. Okay? And he uses his media to push that lie. But his problem, reaction, solution, because at some point he's going to create a problem within those 15-minute cities, and he's going to limit the travel of the people. So a lot of these Edomites are waking up to this, and they're finding out that their government is they're not on their side, and their government is trying to entrap them and enslave them, because the will of the ultra elite is to enslave the entire world. So a lot of these Edomites, they were laughing at our people, at our struggle, and they thought the shit was funny. For years, they would laugh at us. They, even now, they still say things, make little smart ass comments. You catch them in the comment section saying, "We were kings. We were kings." They're laughing at us when we try to bring our history back. They mock us, whatever. They laugh at our at the history of our slavery. They laugh. I remember when I was in school, I saw a little Edomite kid laugh. They were showing a documentary on slavery, and he thought the shit was funny. But now they're starting to complain because they're finding out, wait a minute, they're trying to do the same thing to us that they did to the niggas. Yeah, you're the new niggas. Esau. They're getting ready to do away with your little privileges. And they found that out in the during the pandemic. That's why they were like, we all need to come together, unite, and fight against the system. Where was that energy when they were pushing drugs in our community? When they were brainwashing our women with this feminist agenda? When they were pushing drugs and guns in our community, where was that energy to fight against the system? So no, you don't give a shit about us. You only are upset now because you're finding out that at some point you're gonna be the new niggas. You're gonna be slaves, just like the Negroes are. Okay, so, but anyway, with that being said, this woman here, and I'm gonna play her clip. This woman here is exposing this 15-minute city thing and how it's a 15-minute ghetto. And what the real plans of the elites are. And she goes in. It's about a 4-minute clip. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it and let her say her thing, So just listen to it. Listen to it all the way through, because it's really, really good. She's dropping some jewels in there.
This whole COVID madness, it was really just a test balloon to see how far they could go. And the lesson they wanted to learn from this was to find out what needed to be done to get free individuals in free and democratic societies to actually consent to being forced into compliance. Like I said, it was a test balloon. It started out with the digital green certificate. That was just something to get the people used to having to show something wherever they went. So easing people into that kind of thing. And they have learned their lesson, and they looked at all of the data, especially in the COVID committee, where they repeated every single lie. They looked very, very carefully at all of this. And the next thing we will see is, the establishment of so-called 15-minute cities. I would, however, urge you, do not call them 15-minute cities. They're 15-minute ghettos. Be very specific in your choice of words to highlight what they're actually doing. Just looking at these concepts, they're supposed to make your lives easier, make it more comfortable for the people, reduce their carbon footprint. I mean, we are saving the planet after all, aren't we? But it has nothing to do with this. Nothing whatsoever. It's about control. It's about, pretty much imprisoning people in their assigned area. Why am I saying this? I mean, a lot of people may say, well, here she goes again, spreading, conspiracy theories. Well, look at what they're doing. Where they're starting to build these 15-minute ghettos, they're not starting by, building schools or hospitals or, leisure parks or none of that, no libraries. No, they start by erecting barricades and installing surveillance cameras. That is a big tell. So anyone telling me it's about making my life easier, yeah, right. Not for a single second will I believe this BS. It is coming. And how will they control it? I mean, well, very simple. They will no longer need electrified barbed wired fences all around this area. No, digital ID. That will do it. Take a look to China. That is our future. And I'm not talking about a future in maybe 30, 40, 50 years from now. No, it is going on as we speak. We're talking about, 3, 4, 5 years tops. Look at Saudi Arabia. They're building the so-called Neom City. It is a structure 170 kilometers long, 500 meters wide, and 500 meters high, 200 meters wide. And it will house 9 million people. If I wanted to gain control over 9 million people and have them completely dependent upon me, that's exactly where and how I would house them. In the middle of the desert with nowhere to run. It is in store for all of us. It will be the attempt to enslave and impoverish every single human being on this planet. That's what we're looking at, and that's what we need to fight. And I'm really asking you, take a good look. Take a good look at your governments, and do not assume for a single second, just because they were democratically elected, they will not inflict the worst atrocities on you. Do not believe that for 1 second. So please stand up, get up, and fight already. Do it now.
Now notice how this woman pretty much exposed that they're not starting off these 15-minute cities with, schools and hospitals and things like that. They're starting off with barricades. So what are those barricades for? Those barricades are there to trap people in. And she sounded frustrated because she knows that people are going to call her a conspiracy theorist, right? Because people don't believe that anything is going to happen until it happens. Just like Noah, just like in the days of Noah. It wasn't going to rain until it rained, That's the way people are. They're setting up entrapment camps. These are the things that the men of the Lord have been telling the people for the longest time. And though it seemed like it tarried, you know me, you know what? I'm going to get it anyway. Though it seemed like it tarried, I think this is appropriate. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. The vision is yet for an appointed time. And this is the stumbling block for a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand just because it didn't happen right away, or it didn't happen on your time. They think, those guys, they're always talking about something gonna happen. Something gonna happen. And then don't nothing happen. You know how people are. But it says, the vision is yet for an appointed time. Whose appointed time? The Lord's. The Lord's appointed time. Okay? When you have Edomites, well-to-do Edomites, telling you, we're in trouble. What do you think that means for you, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? What do you think that means? I say this every week. But what do you think is going to happen to you? If they're complaining and telling you that this is coming, and they're worried about their future, I think now is the time for you to get closer to the Lord. Okay. Um, what this woman was bringing out, and it's funny because I looked on alternative media, and very few people were bringing up that clip. I forget her name, but she's sort of an insider. Um, and Salakia for that because I can't remember her name and what she's affiliated and associated with. But she's one of those people that are really on the inside. I just can't think of it offhand. I found the clip and I said, damn, I need to upload this. Um, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So even the other heathen nations are mourning. They're in a time of mourning. That's why there needs to be a new established kingdom on earth. The Lord he's going to hit the reset button. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and he did wicked. He did what he's going to do. He increased wickedness upon the earth. So when we say the devil's coming down with great wrath, you're witnessing that great wrath now. This woman said that they're not setting up schools and hospitals. They're setting up barricades, to barricade the people in. What was Donald Trump running on when in 2016? What was he running on? The wall. Remember? We need to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to make Mexico pay for it. But what do you think that wall is for? That wall isn't to keep people out. It's to keep people in. And I said it as soon as he announced it. That's what it's for. No way out. No way out. And as she said, the pandemic is it was nothing but a test run. And she said it's going to lead to digital ID. That's what it's all about. Digital ID, the Internet of Things, everyone being connected to the Internet, because that's how the MOTB is going to work. Now, could they shut down the Internet? I don't know. You know, they could shut it down and then bring it back up. We know because this guy Klaus Schwab he's been saying that there's going to be a cyber attack and everything could be, it could be a blackout and all of these things. They were saying that, that's the big fear is a cyber attack that shuts down everything. Yeah, that could happen. But guess what? They're going to bring it right back up. If they shut it down, it's only going to be to reset everything and they're going to bring it back up. Why? Because that MOTB is going to be hooked up to the internet. Okay? So this is not the time to say, oh, I'm going to go back to being a nigger in the world. I had enough of this Hebrew Israelite stuff. Right? Because notice how the Lord is moving people out the way. Right? He's sending these, he's sifting. Right? What judgment is gonna begin at the house of God anyway, right? He's sifting. Separating the wheat from the tares, he's sifting, man. There's a great sifting going on. And I pray the same prayer that King David prayed, take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. Scary times, man. But we have faith in the Lord. And if you're watching and praying, then you know what's going on, but you also have faith and believe that you're gonna receive that deliverance. This is why we go through the things that we go through. You know me. I'm sorry. I gotta get it. Second Ezra Second Ezra 9:1. I'm sorry, I gotta get it. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Measure thou the time diligently, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And this is going to be that real great reset. The real great reset is the Lord's reset. The real new world order is the Lord's new world order. Esau think he can defeat the Most High. Then they're not here to help you. You heard what the woman said. They're setting up barriers. She said barriers and surveillance cameras. Not schools, not hospitals. Not youth. What is the YMCA? No. Barriers and surveillance cameras. And like she said, all you got to do is just look at China. If you know anything, I worked for the Chinese embassy for years. And trust me, believe me, everything that they've set up in China, because China is the word I'm looking for. They're the not the guinea pigs. Well, you can say somewhat like that. It's the test site for the New World Order. Okay? And in China, you have to be careful what you say out your mouth because they have that social credit score system set up there. If you say the wrong thing, man, they can lower your lower your score. You won't be able to buy anything. You won't be able to travel. You won't be able to do anything. Okay? Really, they're very draconian over there with their laws. Okay? So they're looking to bring that to America. And how are they going to do that? By way of a false flag. They're going to do it by way of a false flag. That's just through the spirit. That's what I believe. Okay, you're going to see a major situation that pop off in America. And it is election season. And you see what they're talking about as far as Hamas and Israel. And, there's people under attack. And, it only takes one situation, one thing, one major event to pop off. And they can say, we're gonna have to be stricter on people's movements. We got to be stricter on what people buy and sell. We got to monitor everything, right? This is why you got to measure the times diligently and understand the times that you're in. Okay, now is not the time to be falling out, man. And these people are laughing still. And it amazes me, but I understand that it's the Lord that did this to them. But I see a lot of these camps, they still laughing and mocking and celebrating and having Hebrew Israelite parties and shit. Okay. Ain't nothing gonna happen. 2 Chronicles 36:15. And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of the living power, Yahweh, and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. There was no remedy. So when these people get locked into these prison grids, Because like I said, things could change real quick. I often think about 9/11, how everything was normal on September the 10th, and then the next day, the whole world shut down. Everyone looking around, what's going to happen next, right? And also March the 13th, Friday the 13th of 2020, when Trump announced the emergency. All you got to do is it was just a few years ago. Wasn't that long ago? People forgotten already. All the things that they were able to do in that short period of time. You couldn't, they made businesses shut down. You couldn't enter certain facilities at all. You couldn't even go to funerals. There were people that, man, think about it. There were people that lost their loved ones. They couldn't even go to their funeral. And these people are so stupid. All of that happened, and they're still mocking the messengers of the Lord. You would think that something that uh, you would think on a large scale, because that was the whole world. But no, what does the scripture say? They mocked the messengers of the power, Yahweh, and despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young man or maiden. Because a lot of women gonna get caught up in this too. A lot of you women, man. Ooh, all that proud stuff. I was looking at a brother uploaded a video uh today. I think he uploaded it today. And this woman was talking to her husband like he was just a piece of shit. I was just looking at it like, boy. Of course, it was Eve. It was a Jake woman. She was just basically telling him, nigga, I did whatever. You can't tell me nothing, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just, whoo. You know how Eve is with the mouth. Man, there's some serious judgment is coming, man. There's some serious judgment coming. And they don't take these scriptures into consideration. It said they had no compassion upon young man or maiden, old man, or him that stooped for age. He gave them all into his hand, and all the vessels of the house of Yahweh, great and small, and the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king and of his princes, and all these he brought to Babylon. The Lord is going to bring some serious judgment on everybody that is not right in his eyes, or even considering, because we fall down, we mess up, and we're not overly righteous. However, we consider the Lord, and that's what separates. That's what makes us different. We consider the Lord. We consider the word of the Lord in our daily lives. We go about our daily lives. We have to fight these demons, in our head. It's a constant fight. It's a constant battle. But what that woman was saying, if you were in the spirit and you heard that and understood what she was saying, you would know what times we're in. But these people aren't considering. They're not measuring the times. They probably look at you like you're crazy. especially if you would dare to open your mouth and tell them what's about to happen. That sounds crazy, because you're in the lot of Noah, warning the people. It's the flood's coming. And the people are looking around saying, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? 15-minute city, smart grid. What are you talking about?" They're not going to set up barriers so I can't leave. Microchip. What are you talking about? I showed right quick. I showed a video clip to my ex. This chick I used to deal with, and I showed it to her, and this woman has gotten, real quick. This woman has waxed worse. She's waxed worse and worse over the years, and I just praise you how me and her didn't get married, because she was like really, we were really in a serious relationship back in the day. But and she was, towards me, she was really, at one point in time she was a sweetheart, but she just grew to be just this bitter, angry. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if she's having a crisis in her life. I don't know. But I showed her this clip, and it was about the microchip, and it was one of these elites, Pentagon officials. Actually, it was a Pentagon official showing that they're going to put this medical device in your skin, and it's going to monitor your health. And I asked her what she thought about it, and she said, "I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing." And I said, "This woman is foolish. This is a foolish woman. Don't even take into consideration that this is a way to control you." And then I thought to myself, I said, this woman, part of the reasons why, certain areas we didn't get along in, this is before I came into truth, when I used to be with her. But part of the reasons because I didn't like to be controlled, and I knew that the government was corrupt. So whenever we would talk about, anything, I guess you can say political or government related and things like that, she always took the side of the damn government. So that was why the Lord broke that up in the first place. I'm just telling my little story. Because he knew that one day I was going to turn my heart to him, and this chick would be a damn nuisance. She's a demon. She'll side with whatever Esau brings to her. So, we have to have that understanding that, man, the world is going to look at us like we're crazy when this thing is set up, when this thing is actually established. Because the Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies, right? They want to connect your brain waves to the Internet. Put this ID, excuse me, well, you can call it an ID, this microchip ID inside of you, so they can know your every movement. Do you understand, when they roll this out and these people line up to take that chip and you don't have it, you got to let that process in your head what that's going to be like for you to be one of those people that don't have it, one of those people that's not in society, and you got everybody looking at you like you crazy, like there's something wrong with you. Prepare your soul. Prepare your soul now. Okay? Prepare. Matter of fact, let me get that. Ecclesiasticus 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So, learn to lean on the Lord. Make sure your spirit, your heart, your mind with your mind, your heart. Don't get into this carnal shit. I'm telling you right now, because there's this demon that's swooping through the Israelites. Through brothers are turning their back. They're looking back like Lot's wife did, feeling like they're missing out on something. You're not missing nothing, but you're missing is destruction, and that's the point. And man, this devil be ratcheting it up, man. The devil be in my head, in my ear, man, telling me shit. I have to rebuke it. I have to rebuke my own self. There's a reason why we have to die daily. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't be quick to just do shit. Excuse my language. Don't be quick to just do stuff because you upset. Sometimes you just gotta wait on the Lord. You gotta wait on the Lord and let the Lord, guide you. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient, when thou art changed to a lower state. Yeah, when thou art changed to a lower state. And it sucks. Sucks, man. We gotta fight it. We gotta fight through. We gotta endure. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. The demon will jump on someone real quick and attack you verbally, say mean things about you, lie on you. That's one thing that makes my skin go. I hate for somebody to lie on me. Right? The demons know who you are. You have that light that's shining in a dark room, and everybody else is caught up in this madness and this foolishness, and you don't give a shit about none of that stuff, and they can see it. They can feel it. And it makes them mad. Just my presence in a room irritates people. I said, damn, man, I must be a man of the Lord. I just walk in the room, I sit down, and everyone's mad. Everyone's angry. I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing to nobody. Didn't, hate the fact that I exist. A different spirit. How much more so when the rest of society is moving towards this mark of the beast and you don't take it? You saw how they did you doing the vax, doing the shot, When you didn't take that, you saw how people treated you? You saw how people talk about you? Yeah, now imagine what that's going to be like with the MOTB. It says, believe in him and he will help thee believe in him and he will help thee order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Fear the Lord. That's what it's all about. It's all about the fear of the Lord. Because the fear of the Lord will make you do right. It'll make you do the right thing. It'll make you turn down a woman when she's married and she try to get with you. Okay? The fear of the Lord. Even when it comes to a little stupid, like, damn, your family offer you a goddamn bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Nah, I'm good on that. It's something stupid as that, fear of the Lord. We must fear the Lord, especially now. Now is the time for great fear. Hell, Esau is in fear. How much more so should we be in a state of fear of the Lord? And I apologize for my rant. Guess you can call it that. I was kind of all over the place, but I did want to get into some of the news of the day. From Natural News, it says a Connecticut school is under fire for hosting December launch of after-school Satan Club. So there's that heavy vibration of Satanism that's out there, and you wonder why these people are bugged the hell out. You wonder why these people are bugged the hell out. They're pushing this demonic energy out there. It says a school in the town of Lebanon in Connecticut is currently at the center of a heated debate as it prepares to host a new after-school Satan club. I think it's called ASSC, and that's supposed to be launching on December the 1st. But it says, according to a WFSB TV report, Lebanon Elementary, it says it will be the first school to have an ASSC after school satanic club or Satan club. It says the club was founded by members of the Satanic Temple based in Salem, Massachusetts. Isn't that where they had the Salem witch trials, if I'm not mistaken? But it says the ASSC plans to hold monthly meetings at the school to provide an alternative to religious after-school clubs. This is look, y'all. You tell me this ain't the devil? I mean, how much more do you need to see before you understand that this is Satan? This is the the physical manifestation of Satan. Okay. Says the club also plans to focus on activities such as science projects, community services, puzzles, games, nature activities, and arts and crafts. It says according to the temple, the ASSC seeks to encourage children to think for themselves and promote a scientific, right? A scientific, because they always talk about follow the science. Follow the science. It says promote a scientific, rationalist, non-superstitious world view. And by non-superstitious, what they're saying is that you don't need the Lord or to not acknowledge the Most High. That's what non-superstitious means. Okay? It says, in contrast with Good News Club in schools that focus on the Bible, the ASSC makes use of the temple's 7 fundamental tenets. So yeah, they're going to be in the schools teaching your children Satanism, and that's okay. But, the men of the Lord, we're the problem. Telling the people to come back to the Bible and keep the laws of the Lord, that's a problem. But Satanism, that's okay. Says here in a quote, I believe this is a quote. It says the Satanic Temple does not advocate for religion in schools, it claims on its website. It says the temple also clarified its non-theistic stance in a Facebook post claiming that Satan is a literary figure. Unbelievable. They say that Satan is a literary figure who represents a rejection of tyranny and a supporter of the human mind and spirit. And that's what all of this occultic stuff is going into. Man, all this was it Alice Bailey, Alistair Crawley, um, Anton LaVey, all this satanic activity, this occultic idea, do what thou wilt. You don't need some superficial, what do they call it? Excuse me. What's the word they use? Superstitious. That's what they use. God, because that's just superstition. Believing in God is a superstition. You need to follow the science. That's how these the rhetoric that they're pushing out there. That science is God. Because who controls the science? Well, the elites of Esau. They determine what is science. This guy, Anthony Fauci, said that he is science. Right? This place has got to be destroyed, man. It's got to be uprooted. And they're talking about a supporter of human rights. The human mind and spirit. That Satan is a literary figure who represents a rejection of tyranny. They have flipped everything upside down. They've made Satan into the hero. He represents a rejection of tyranny and a supporter of the human mind and spirit. Damn. It says, moreover, the promotional video for the club features a catchy, semi-animated song encouraging children to embrace Satan as an imaginary friend. The video also repeatedly states that there is no hell, which, that's bullshit. That's BS anyway. But contrary to what Christianity exposes. So basically, the Satanists are using the lies of Christianity, right, as a reason to throw away the Bible, because hell can be debunked. The whole idea and concept of hell can easily be debunked. So with that, because people, Bible believers have a Christianized mindset, they will also think, well, we can also debunk the Bible itself. See, throw out hell and throw out the Bible with it. It says, but the ASSC's entry into the school did not sit well with parents. If you look at their website and the different things they're handing out, says there's the symbolism of the devil. And I think that's inappropriate. That's what a concerned parent, Kate Prokop, said. So yeah, the devil was on the loose. He's ready to show his horns. And Satanism has been widespread throughout America for a very long time. What do you think Halloween is? What do you think all this celebration Halloween? and all that. What do you think it is? You know, Christmas going back to the pagan gods. You know, this country, America, was supposedly founded by Freemasons. And what do they get into? Well, ask Albert Pike. He said that, you know, the energies that you get from Freemasonry, the seething energies of Lucifer. All right. So you're dealing with Satanists that for the longest time have tried to hide throughout their they try to hide behind their symbolism. I'll say it that way. They've hidden themselves through symbolism. But now they're coming out and letting the world know that, look, we're here, you know, and we want to indoctrinate your children. The same way the um, drag queens have done, you know, the alphabet community has done to the children, indoctrinating them into their beliefs. And the Satanists are trying to do the same thing. So as you can see, these Satanists are trying to push this thought out there that God is not real, that the Most High Power is not real, you know, and that their whole thing is to turn everything upside down and make Satan look like he's the good guy. And then that's a part of their doctrine. So you got some people even believe that they say the God of the Old Testament is the evil God, and that they'll say Jesus Christ came and he's the good God. Because people will bug the hell out, you know. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So they're trying to flip everything upside down. They're trying to indoctrinate the children, tell them that, the Most High Power is superstition. It's not real. You know, they're using, like I said, they're using the lies of Christianity, the lies of religion, as a way to not only debunk the Bible, but to make the Lord power seem like he's some superstitious, fictional character. Okay? But at the same time, they're just saying, well, you know, Satan is just some literary figure that we believe in or that we aspire to be like. It says, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And this goes up to these uppity niggas that think that they're something special now. They think they made it in Esau's kingdom. And they've taken on to the science, you know, followed the science. And you remember the pandemic, there were a lot of people, a lot of jakes that were running around talking about follow the science. Well, where did they get that from? They got that from Esau Edom, the elites of Esau, right? They're wise in their own eyes. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. It says, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink. And that strong drink is these philosophies. Okay? In today's time, that strong drink, these people are delusional. And they're drinking that Babylon juice. They're drinking out of that cup. It says, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Okay? Because, yes, they do justify the wicked. They justify all manners of wickedness. You know, you teach the word of the Lord, they look at you and say that you are evil. And there's something wrong with you. But if you promote the alphabet community, and they'll say, oh, well, you're doing the right thing. On the children, they're doing this with the children. This is why this place has got to go. It says, therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, excuse me, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what this whole Satanism thing is about. It's about getting rid of the Lord's commandments, statutes, and commandments. His law. Do what thou wilt. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. You know? It says, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and have smitten them. And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this is his anger, and not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Okay, because these Satanists are you have to understand that they believe in sacrifice, sacrificing children, things of that nature. So even in war, even in warfare, that's a sacrifice. And they'll actually say, well, these honorable, brave men, they sacrificed their lives. So what do you think they're telling you? They're sacrificing these soldiers to their gods, to the gods that they believe in. That's why they say it's a great sacrifice. To serve in the military, that's a great sacrifice. Yeah, it is. But who are you sacrificing yourself to? Okay? And the Lord is going to let these demons rip loose, man. In these coming days. He's going to let them just, so it's going to be great death, man. It's going to be great death. Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. And ultimately, the Lord rose up Esau. Take vengeance against us. His blessing was the sword. I was just having a conversation with my dad about that. Esau's blessing is the sword, because he can finally see it. Because Israel, the state of Israel, the Israeli government, they're in the news right now. So, he's kind of getting wound up a little bit. I literally just got finished talking to him about this. But it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay, so the Lord created this devil to do what he's doing. Even in his, with his satanic holidays and everything else, Esau is the Most High's whipping stick. He used Esau as a way to pretty much beat us down. When we decide we want to go off, we want to serve other gods, we want to be like these heathen nations, serve their gods and their idols, right? There be spirits that are created for vengeance. And you're going to see that. Because that satanic vibration is being pushed forth all throughout the earth. And as a matter of fact, that's one of the main contentions with you know the Muslim, I'll say the Muslim world, is that Esau is trying to go over into their countries and push democracy, which is really Satanism. You know, the whole do what thou wilt. That demon. You know, do what you want to do. They believe in free will. You just do whatever the hell you want to do. You know, I believe it goes, do what thou wilt is the whole of the law. So Aleister Crowley created his own law. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Right? It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Psalm 68:19 says, blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the God, the power of our salvation. Salah. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord belong the issues of death, the issues from death, excuse me. Blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. Salah. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord belong the issues from death. And they're trying to escape death. They're trying to escape judgment. This whole do what thou wilt. You know, they pushing this idea that man can live forever. Right? That's a part of the New World Order agenda, that man will live forever. You know, the song, Forever Young. Do you want to live forever? Forever young. They're trying to escape judgment. You know? But the Lord will judge these people and pay them back for what they've done to the children of Israel. And, you know, they can push forward all they want to. Again, that's the Lord deceiving them and making them think that they can overcome his judgment. You know, he's giving them the idea, put the thought in their mind that there's a sliver of hope for them. You know, that they can somehow avoid this judgment. That's for the wicked elites of Esau Edom. They're trying to find a way out of this thing because they know what they've done. And they know what's about to happen. You know, but the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. And in these times, man, we're going to see these spirits moving throughout the earth. Stay prayed up, man. Now is not the time to be sitting there, you know, like, oh, when is it going to happen? It ain't never happened. You have that attitude, you're out of here. Woe unto them that lost patience. You know, watch as well as pray. You know what I'm going to say. Watch as well as pray. I'm going to keep saying that. Because it's the Satanism thing isn't just something that they came up with. It's something that they're pushing throughout the earth. And it's a demonic spirit that's being pushed throughout the entire earth. It's on your children. It's on your parents. It's on your loved ones. It's out there, man. You know, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. The closer we get to the end of this thing, the worse it's going to get. the more you're going to see demonic, satanic activity. Stay prayed up, man. Stay in the spirit as much as you can. And just lean on the Lord, man, because you're not going to be able to fight these devils any other way. It's a spiritual battle.